And the Flow and Excellence movement is all about personal development. I am Michelle Edelman, the Excellence Engineer. And why you are to do whatever the function is that God has designed you to do. The Flow and Excellence movement. Hello, everybody. It's Michelle Edelman, the Excellence Engineer, CEO of Excellence Consulting, your high-powered life coach, your excellence life coach. And I'm so glad that you're here with me. I'm back again tonight. I told you I would be back. And here we are to talk again about what is your stuff. And that it's time for you to actually deal with your stuff. We talked last night about being stuck and what it means to be stuck and what you can do when you're stuck to get unstuck. And so, in being stuck, you have to look at what is my stuff? What is it that is going on with me? And now it's time for you to say, okay, it's time for me to deal with this. I've got to deal with it. Nobody's going to fix it for you. Nobody is going to be able to do it for you. You've got to do that inside work for yourself. So last night I told you that one of the things that you can do to get unstuck is that you can break up with your past. You can actually quit your past, void it. And when I say break up with it, I mean, don't nurse it. Don't hold on to it. And then I told you to begin to view your past differently. Don't continue to look at your past as a series of mistakes or failures. Look at your past differently. Look at your past for, what it truly is. And what is it? That's what I'm going to tell you tonight. Your past is your training ground. The things that you've dealt with in your past have prepared you for where you are right now. It has prepared you for what you're experiencing. It has prepared you for what you are to do. It has prepared you for your present and your future. And so when you begin to view your past as a training ground, you no longer will see it in the same way. Your perspective about your past will change. You'll begin to see it as, okay, I needed that so that I could be ready for what I'm dealing with right now, so that I could be ready for the space that I'm in right now. And so when you think about all the lessons that you've learned in your past based on the things that you've experienced, how can you grow from that? How can you learn from that? How can you use those things to make your present better, to make your present a time where you are actually learning to flow in excellence and do the things that you were designed to do? We all have our own God design. Well, what were you designed to do? Well, the things in your past were to help you to be ready, to be prepared for what you're called to do. And then another thing I'll share with you tonight is learn to understand the purpose in your pain. Now, granted, we have all had painful times in our past. We've all had those times in our past where it seemed like things were bad or not going the way that you wanted them to go, the way they should go, and even the way that God desired for it to go for your life or go in your life. But we have to begin to look at it and say, well, what was the purpose in that pain? What was the purpose in what I experienced? What was the purpose for that? Because there is a purpose for everything that we experience, everything that we go through. And when we begin to understand that, when we begin to look at that and focus on the purpose in the pain instead of focusing on the pain, it's easy to focus on the pain because that's the thing that's right there gripping you and right there in front of your face. But begin to flip that and look at the purpose in that pain. So when I think about myself and I think about, some things that I experienced in my past, part of the purpose of the pains that I had in my past were so that I could be prepared to be the excellence engineer, to be your excellence life coach, your high powered life coach. I am able to work with clients and get results because of the things that I've experienced, because of the pain that I've had. And I had to find my purpose in that pain. I had to find, okay, what is the joy in that pain? And I know that probably sounds a little opposite of each other, joy and pain. You may not experience the in pain while you're going through it, but once you get beyond it, once you move on, and you're like, you kind of look back and you say, wow, I've come a long way. Then you will begin to see the purpose in the pain, the purpose in what you went through. And quite often, it's not just for you. You didn't go through that just for you. You went through that so that you would then be able to help others, to be a blessing to others, or for me to be the excellence engineer and the high powered life coach to help you to get through and get beyond the things that you're dealing with. So when you think about the pain that was in your purpose, the purpose that was a part of your pain, then look at what you can gain from it and then how you can help others, right? So it's not just what you dealt with, what you went through, but it's also how you can help others. And then lastly, I want to leave you with is see that mess. We all have had some messy situations in our lives. Like I have been in some messy situations. But what was the message in that? What was the message that came out of that? What could you share? What's the story that came out of that? I have stories that I share all the time when I'm coaching, whether it's group coaching or one-on-one coaching. I have stories that I share to help you to understand kind of what I've been through and how I can relate to you and how it can help you, and then help you to begin to shape your story and see how your story and what you've experienced, your mess, if you want to refer to it as that, really can be turned into a message, and a very powerful message, a very positive message that says that, you know what, I overcame that. I fought my way through that. I pushed beyond that. I didn't let that keep me stuck. I may have been stuck for a moment, but I wasn't stuck forever. And I kept moving forward and I continued to work on myself. This is all inside work. And now I am able to move beyond where I was. So, it is possible for you to get unstuck. Now, don't let anybody tell you that once stuck, always stuck, because that is not the case. And really, the issue is not being stuck. The issue is staying stuck. And I tell you with experience and in truth that you don't have to stay stuck. I know. How do I know? Because I was stuck and I'm not now. And I can help you get to that same point. So on Thursday night, I am doing a webinar, Unstuck to Unstoppable, because I truly believe that everybody can get unstuck, but also unstuck just isn't enough. You got to get to where you're unstoppable. Join me for that webinar. It's free on Thursday. And we're going to talk about getting unstuck. And then I'm going to help you understand what it means to move from unstuck to unstoppable. You really want to get to where you're unstoppable. That's where you really are flowing in excellence. So join me Thursday. I'll drop the link. I will drop the link. Thank you. I see you all coming in. Thank you so much for joining me. And I see you there. I will drop the link for the webinar, and I hope you'll join me. All you have to do is click the link, register, join in, and we're going to talk about getting unstuck, but also moving from unstuck to unstoppable. Thursday night, 8:00. Hey, I'll be back here live tomorrow night about this time. We're going to talk a little bit more about getting unstuck and get ready for the webinar on Thursday. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you are here, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Good night. And the Flow and Excellence movement is all about personal development. I am Michelle Edelman, the Excellence Engineer. It's personal development, but it's done God's way. who you are and why you are to do whatever the function is that God has designed you to do.